So a lot of it is kind of that, like, creating some self-patience and some perseverance to just get through those kind of awkward moments. It's kind of like the ugly duckling phase. Like, you're going to have that awkward period where you can't really do anything with it. And yet there's a lot of it. And so you just kind of have to push through.
Sometimes that happens like just after haircuts, even where you're
Yes.
like, like, oh crap, what did I do? How long is it gonna take to like get somewhere I'm actually happy with? I don't have a beard, but I can totally relate.
I realized that it was a little scratchy or a little irritable. And I think I was like trying to just kind of find an answer to what's the easiest way to not feel the itchiness or the scratchiness. And I actually came across how there are beard conditioners, or the idea of conditioning a beard. And that actually led me down a rabbit hole that had nothing to do with trying to solve the itch, and had everything to do with the idea of actually softening the facial hair, which, I mean, I think any guy will tell you, and probably any girl that's tried to kiss a guy with facial hair will say, like, the facial hair can actually be quite sturdy and rigid, and it can be somewhat abrasive. And so thinking about how you're going to affect the actual textile nature of the beard, or the texture of it, that got my attention. I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I have a wife that's not really into beards, but she's giving me this attempt. Maybe I can surprise her by softening the end result. So I actually ended up curing the itchiness solution, or the itchiness problem, by just conditioning the beard without really thinking about trying to solve the itch, which I don't know how helpful that will be for others, but it certainly was an unlock for me in that process.
Yeah, totally. So it's kind of like a trial and error. You just kind of try something, you change something, and then you land on what might be helpful at that stage.
Definitely, which actually leads to kind of an interesting point in general about going through growing your own beard, is understanding a lot of it is trial and error. Well, and I think the toughest thing for the beard side of it is that most, at least for me anyway, I thought about this. I had shaved such a short beard or stubble for so long. I always had it in the back of my head, like, if I don't enjoy any part of this, I'll just take it back to that. Right. Like, it's just an easy thing. It's trusted. I know what I look like. I know how long it takes me to get ready. Those kinds of things. Like, I could just cut it away.
Yeah.
But the problem is that there's no quick way back. So if you just get overly frustrated and you just decide to cut it out, well, you just killed however much growth you just went through. And there's no shortcut back. You're going to wait that period again. So a lot of it is kind of that, like, creating some self-patience and some perseverance to just get through those kind of awkward moments.